Blackmagic just dropped a ton of new products in one day, and if you're a live streamer, filmmaker, or post-production pro, there's a lot to pay attention to. So let's break down everything that Blackmagic announced in just a few minutes to save you the time from watching the full 2.5-hour event. I'll hit the major points, but stick around, especially if you're using the HDMI ATEM Mini lineup. There's a big upgrade coming your way. Let's kick things off with the Blackmagic Pixus 12K, a compact digital film camera with the same sensor as the Ursa Cine 12K LF. We're talking about a 12K RGBW sensor that delivers 16 stops of dynamic range, dual CF Express card slots, 10 gig Ethernet, and full support for Blackmagic Cloud Global Sync. You can choose between the L mount, PL, or locking EF mount, and it's priced at $4,995, shipping in July. For documentary or handheld work, they also dropped a Pro handle with an OLED viewfinder and stereo mic, and a Pro grip with a zoom rocker and hand strap. DaVinci Resolve 20 is also out now in public beta. This version brings over 100 new updates, including AI-driven tools like IntelliScript, animated subtitles, and multicam smart switching. It's available as a free download as always, or $295 for the studio version. Blackmagic Cloud Backup 8 was introduced as well. It's a rack mount unit that backs up media to 8 hard drives, syncing to Blackmagic Cloud, and perfect for archiving Resolve projects. Great for teams, but not something most solo creators will need right away. Another key update for IP workflows is the DeckLink IP 100G, which gives you 8 channels of HD and UHD capture and playback into 2110 IP systems. It uses PCIe Gen 4 and includes 2 100 gig Ethernet ports for redundancy or dual network setups. You're also getting GPU Direct RDMA support, so your system can transfer data directly between DeckLink and your GPU, cutting down on PCIe bandwidth and improving latency. Now let's zoom in on some of the gear that streamers, AV professionals, and production teams are probably most interested in, starting with the HyperDeck Shuttle 4K Pro. This is a seriously interesting recorder and player that takes the traditional HyperDeck lineup and gives it a much more modern and versatile twist. It features a big 7-inch touchscreen display that includes built-in scopes, and it records and plays back using Apple ProRes, DNX, H.264, and H.265, all up to 2160p. You've got both 12G SDI and HDMI I/O, internal M2 storage, and now a built-in 10 gig Ethernet port, making it act like a mini network-attached server for shared workflows. So if you're in an environment with editors and colorists working collaboratively, this can serve media directly over the network. It's $1,495, and honestly a big step forward for HyperDecks. Blackmagic is now renaming their web presenter to the Blackmagic Streaming Encoder, and alongside it, they've introduced the Blackmagic Streaming Decoder 4K. The decoder is essentially a modern version of the old streaming bridge. It lets you receive H.264 or H.265 video streams from compatible encoders or cameras and output them via SDI or HDMI. But here's the upgrade. It now includes talkback, tally, and camera control, making it much more usable for remote productions. And paired with the streaming encoder, you now have a complete system for point-to-point streaming at broadcast level quality. Another highlight is the ATEM 4ME Constellation 4K Plus. This thing is a monster of a switcher designed for large-scale Ultra HD workflows. You get 80 12G SDI inputs, all with standard conversion, and 48 independent 12G SDI outputs. It also comes with 16 chroma keyers, 4 Ultra HD media players, 4 independent multi-viewers, and 2 super source processors. And the best part is that it's still using the ATEM architecture that many of us are familiar with. This gives you maximum flexibility for big shows, houses of worship, sports events, and anywhere that you need tons of routing and layering in Ultra HD. The price tag is $12,995, and it'll be available in June. Now let's spend a little extra time talking about the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO G2, which is the second generation of their top-tier ATEM Mini. The original Extreme ISO was already one of my favorite compact switchers thanks to its 8 HDMI inputs, built-in multi-view, streaming encoder, and ISO recording, but the G2 brings some seriously welcome upgrades. You're now getting three, yes, count them, three HDMI outputs up from two. That means that program out, multi-view, and now a third customizable output that you can route however you want. Great if you want a clean feed for recording or external monitoring. This model also adds CF Express recording, which is a big deal. It means that you can now record directly to CF Express cards super fast, they're compact, and ideal for travel gigs where you don't want to deal with SSDs hanging off of the switcher. And it doesn't stop there. You also get Thunderbolt connectivity for ultra-fast playback and recording integration with DaVinci Resolve. The G2 supports ISO recording of all 8 video inputs, just like the original, but now with better file organization and faster access. Audio also gets an upgrade. There are now XLR inputs in addition to the existing 3.5mm mic inputs. And for networking, 10 gig Ethernet is now included, giving you much faster access to network-attached storage or collaboration tools. This could be really appealing if you're working in an environment with Blackmagic Cloud or Resolve collaboration features. Overall, the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO G2 keeps a similar form factor and familiar layout of the original, but nearly every piece of it has been enhanced. If you were on the fence before, this new version removes a lot of the previous friction points. The price is $1,995 and it's shipping in July. A few other items to mention before we wrap. Blackmagic also announced the Blackmagic 2110 IP SDI to HDMI 12G converters, which are designed to let you use OLED TVs as color-accurate monitors by converting 2110 IP or SDI into HDMI, complete with audio monitoring and 3D LUT support. There's also the 2110 IP up-down cross 12G, which gives you real-time format conversion for SD, HD, and Ultra HD signals across SDI, HDMI, and IP, all in a rack mount box with its own monitoring system. The Video Hub Mini 12G family got a refresh. These are compact routers available in 4x2, 6x2, and 8x4 configurations, perfect for fly packs or small studios. Clean switching is built in and all the I/O is 12G SDI, so you're covered for everything up to 4K. And while it's not the focus of today's video, Blackmagic also introduced updates to their Cintel film scanner lineup and Fusion Studio software for VFX and compositing. So if that's your thing, you can check that out on their website. So there you have it, a huge release day from Blackmagic Design with updates across the board, from cameras and switchers to encoders, recorders, and software. And the best part, I'm headed to NAB show in Las Vegas in less than 12 hours, where I'll be getting hands-on time with all of this new gear. So if you're not already subscribed, now's the time to do that. I'll have links to everything mentioned in this video down in the description below. And as always, using those links supports the channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited about, and I will see you hopefully on the show floor in Las Vegas. See you at NAB.